Well, hello everyone. We're back. Today we're gonna talk and we're gonna discuss an experiment and also build some smart contracts and about private business loans. Of course, this is more a topic for DeFi protocols and DeFi smart contracts. Also, we're gonna talk about small, medium enterprises and how you can build like a different protocol for your enterprise or for your small or medium using private business loans, borrows, and protocols based on projects that are already working with this, but not in a private blockchain like COTI. So. Um, as you can see, I write like this short word that means that SME, that means small medium enterprises. And about this topic, we find we can start to open up with the three main topics about this. But this is more for a finance world and all this stuff. That this let's start with the private equity fund, also a venture capital fund and private lending fund. And if you're more like in AI or Web3, like a venture capital fund is like that entity that can borrow you and that can invest in your company or in your startup or whatever with capital. And also exists some different protocols that does these investments, right? So also we have like the private lending fund that basically is like literally like a fund of lending, but in a private entity with non-public access. And also we have the private entity fund that, private equity fund that is well related with these other two topics. And with this finance um, definitions, we can get more topics and more actions and more ideas that how we can migrate this finance to Web3, right? So as you know, already exist some different protocols. We can find the most famous one that is Uniswap, and Uniswap make like a basic and standard swap that is a little bit of finance, but this is not more advanced like, for example, Aave or AAVE, that this is more for advanced topics into finance in Web3, right? So first of all, let's define what is DeFi. So DeFi is basically decentralized finance, and that's it. Literally, is this all it is. But instead of use like USD dollars or euros or yuanes or whatever other currency, we use only, for example, the stable coins. Oops. What? Sorry, I have a bad here.
It's Picasso.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. What is this, man? Sorry, I have a bad right here. Anyway. But yeah, with DeFi we have a more protocols, a lot of protocols in terms of finance that you can borrow, you can invest, that you can swap, that you can loan, like that you can do a lot of things. So instead of normal currency, we have stable coins. Obviously, we have cryptocurrencies. That I mean in crypto, native currencies. That's the meaning I want to say. Native crypto, and obviously ERC20 tokens. So
If we're running on the Ethereum blockchain, right?
Yeah, exactly. Some different protocols are running into blockchains that use EVM or Ethereum Virtual Machine, like COTI blockchain, like Ethereum, like Arbitrum. Those are layer two, but also appears in other blockchains that are not EVM. But this is more hard than that blockchains that had EVM. So yeah, obviously these all these um, cryptocurrencies and tokens are obviously smart contracts. So by definition, we have two. Let's say in basics, we have a DeFi smart contract that interact with other smart contracts. All right, that are tokens ERC20. And why this is important? Because when you build a DeFi protocol, you should accept any kind of tokens, and also you want to retrieve what kind of tokens you will accept as a borrow, as a payment into your smart contract. So obviously you need to call this smart contract and add it into your main smart contract. So I'm gonna go deep in code with this later, but this is by definition. All right. So what kind of stablecoins exist? So we have the decentralized one, stablecoins, and the centralized stablecoins. For example, what do we have in centralized coins? Well, we have, of course, USDT and USDC. USDT and USDC are centralized stablecoins because exists an entity that is the only allowed to mint those tokens. Okay, so in this case, it's like a company or actually an
Can can you explain what USDC?
sorry.
What is USDC?
Oh, okay. So GCC is literally the USD currency, but from Circle. So that's why they put the name GCC. What is Circle? Well, Circle is a company for in Web3 that make a lot of things like a stablecoin, like APIs, like SDK, like a cross chain, and a lot of things. So they are the owners of the USDC current stablecoin.
So Circle is basically a company that specializes in stablecoin, pretty much.
Yeah,
They
Okay.
minted their own with other crypto, or in this case, sorry, with collateral. So that all the USDC in circulation is backed up by, for instance, US Treasury notes or other forms of assets. They are open about that. And USDT, by Tether, does the same. The audits are different, but the whole idea is you can use something on a blockchain to represent a dollar. That's the goal.
yeah,
They are kind of like a medium between dollar and tokens.
It's like a gateway, because if you enter via an on-ramp, via an exchange, for instance, with your dollars, if you change there to stable coins, you still have the same value, and from there on you can use it further within DeFi protocols, for instance, or swap it directly to other tokens.
So that means that in terms of changing into from US dollars into coins, then there should be fluctuation in exchange rate as well, correct?
yeah.
You mean
Indeed.
to the stable
Yeah, go
coins?
ahead, Jerome.
Yes.
Well, in
Or
theory,
stable coin doesn't fluctuate.
if you have 100 million worth of dollars in stable coins and they're backed by 100 million worth of treasury notes by US, for instance, then the money is represented. So they peg the amount as in they say, okay, if it's $1, then you get $1 in return. The exchange usually takes care of that. The exchange allows you to trade back your USDT or USDC or any other stablecoin if there's collateral back to regular dollars, let's say, to your bank account.
No, but the amount would be like different over time, right? Because like it may fluctuate the value of dollar and the stable coin.
I think the point of a stable coin is that it should be 1-to-1 to the US dollar.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
which is why it's stable, because it
Ah, okay.
is literally
But
one
if
to one
it's
to US dollars.
so if it's like
Yeah,
Ethereum,
we
then
could call
of
it
course
stable
there's
dollar, actually.
fluctuations, right? Okay, got it.
Because there's also stable
Yeah.
coin euros, for instance.
Got it. All right, continue. Sorry.
No. It's okay. It's actually a basic term, and we need to understand obviously how it works in a stablecoin and what is the goal with that stablecoin. So indeed, as Calvin and Robert explained, a user pay or actually deposits or whatever as you want to explain this, but deposit or pay to a company, and the company has a treasury, and into his treasury, let's say that they have $1 million, and they obviously they need to mint 1 million of stable coins, let's say USDT. Oops. They have 1 million of USDT minted into the network, in the total supply of a blockchain like, let's say, Ethereum. And in Ethereum they have 1 million USDT, and the when a user wants to, I don't know, to transfer those USDT, they just need the network, and that's it. So yeah, but this is for a centralized protocol like Tether or Circle, and Tether is the biggest one in this case.
What's also good to know is because these are centralized stablecoins, these companies also want to be compliant. So if there's, for instance, a transfer of these USDC or USDT to an illegitimate address, which is blacklisted because it belongs to potential hacker groups, then they can freeze the account. They can freeze the transaction, making the USDT or USDC, rendering them useless, let's say.
Yeah, exactly. Um, and that's the case with the stablecoins from centralized entities. But let's talk about also with the decentralized stablecoins that we're gonna find out about DAI. DAI is the probably, I don't remember, it's the first one protocol for a decentralized stablecoin. I think so. But DAI is a DeFi protocol, that offers you, MakerDAO is behind DAI.
They renamed it, I think, at one point, but I forgot what the new name has become.
Yeah.
But it is,
yeah,
DAI is the most well-known one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the most well known in terms of decentralized protocol stablecoin. What is the matter with this? Well, actually, works as the same thing as the company, but this is basically a smart contract that replaces the logic of a Web2 or an enterprise or a normal enterprise that already exists, that they have in dollars, literally in dollars, into the treasury. But what's happening in the treasury with a decentralized protocol? So actually, the treasury right here is with any cryptocurrency that you can, let's say, let's put this example. This is Bob, and Bob will deposit, let's say, will deposit, I don't know what's happening with this arrow. Anyway, we'll deposit 1,000K, 1,100K of COTI to receive in a conversion of dollars, of course. I don't know how much is a COTI in terms of USD dollars. Sorry, this it's but is getting crazy like this. Come on. Anyway, so basically, let's say I'm gonna go to CoinGecko, and I want to see how much is a COTI. So cryptocurrencies. No, this is not COTI.
That's a different one.
COTI. Yeah, this is a different one. Okay, cool. So basically, COTI is cost not.
Yeah.
But this is from Ethereum. No, this is not one also, isn't it?
We can pick any price because it's for the example, right?
Yeah, only for the price. Yeah, okay, but actually the price is this one. That means that one COTI, one COTI is equal to $5. Okay. So when you try to deposit these 1,000K, 1,100 of COTI, you will receive the conversion of that amount in, let's say, an stable coin on COTI. I'm gonna call it as COTI USD, or COTI USD, and you will receive the conversion of that amount in COTI, but in this stable coin, and this is the treasury that works from a decentralized entity. So it's basically do not accept, obviously, a normal currency. Only accepts cryptocurrencies, or native currency, or a token ERC20. All right, so that's how it works from a decentralized protocol. So that's the important thing to define these two main different protocols. Why? Because if you saw the last live stream about real world assets, if you want to make a centralized protocol, you need to add a lot of filters and a lot of a lot of work in terms of compliance, and also just to check that the user is not in a blacklist, and that the KYC is working correctly, and a lot of the other stuff. In terms of the decentralized protocol, you just need to take care about the smart contracts. All right. So that's actually this.
So basically, all the filter is handled just by it being in on the blockchain. And
no,
right?
Well, definitely not, because anyone can purchase COTI, let's say in a different protocol, and you can create your own different protocol without those filters. That's why we need to take care about the correct use of open sampling and safe libraries from COTI, and for actually for any other blockchains you want to deploy those smart contracts. But the thing is that is not. I won't say safe. Is not with those filters in a decentralized protocol, right? But you can add it, of course, like searching a blacklist from an API, or I don't know, or the requirements into a function. But yeah, definitely there is not KYC and any other compliance stuff in a decentralized protocol. Yeah. So that's why there are some hackers that are trying to take and to hack those smart contracts, because they can steal and they can I don't know, they can take those deposit USD, or actually those currencies into the treasury. And that's why we're gonna see how to make a treasury, how to make a different protocol, and how to make those smart contracts, right? So also we have a liquidity pool. Liquidity pool is a cool and a term and a definition that exists with the first different protocols that are like Uniswap, like JamaSwap, like those kind of swaps. Sorry, so those different protocols that you can swap a cryptocurrency for other one. So this is the basic thing, that if I want to sell I don't know, I want to sell 1 Ethereum and I will to receive USDT. So basically it's like bid and ask. That means like a sell and buy cryptocurrencies, right? So this is basically a swap. But obviously behind it exists the pool, the liquidity pools. I will explain a little bit of the liquidity pool. So when we have in a DeFi protocol, I'm gonna create this scheme. When we have a DeFi protocol that you deposit COTI and that you want to receive in that deposit and in that payment of COTI, you want to receive COTI USD and this is stablecoin. So when you deposit into the liquidity pool, you are defining the price of the other token. But I won't add the stablecoin because the stablecoin has of course a stable conversion of price. I will say I don't know, capybara token. Okay, so the capybara token, if I deposit, for example, per each 1 COTI, I will pay 1 COTI. I will deposit 10 capybaras. What is the meaning of this? Well, for each the price of 1 COTI is the same, or actually is the price of 10 capybaras tokens. So if I want to convert this swap, the user should to buy a 10 copy, they should deposit 1 COTI. All right, makes sense. So this is how it's working on a liquidity pool, that you deposit 2 tokens. All right, you deposit 2 tokens and you are providing liquidity to the pool. And what's the pool? Well, I want to draw this pool. The pool is basically that like treasury from a DeFi protocol that has a token that have token capybara token, that have also COTI cryptocurrency, that also can have like a stablecoin token, and also can have like more tokens deposited in this pool. But usually only works with 2 tokens. All right, so 1 token is equivalent of the other token, or is the conversion of the other token in terms of price. So that's how a liquidity pool works. That you can find it right here. If we go to Uniswap, we're gonna find out the pool option. And I don't know, I just want to show you how is the working of this. So let's see, we have a pair. That means that 2 tokens I want to deposit. And you can make some depositions, and you can create like you can provide any to any pool that appears into the options here. As you can see, we have some pools. We have the for example, Groot Bitcoin to Ethereum, USDC to Ethereum, Ethereum to USDC, many pools, right? So this is the meaning of the liquidity pool. Let's go to an investment DAO. So in investment DAO, we can find and we can search Aave. This is actually a curious and a cool protocol for DAO. I think this is for DAO, isn't it? I don't remember.
It's a lending protocol, right?
Yeah, it's a lending protocol, exactly. So I'm gonna go with MakerDAO, right? With MakerDAO, we have literally this DAO. And DAO means, I will write right here, DAO means decentralized, autonomous. See, it is autonomous, right? Autonomous organization. So
yes,
this means,
yep.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. Yeah, so this this means that exist governors, exist voters. So when we have like a big treasury, let's say $1 million, so exist proposals from the community, or I'm gonna say community proposals, that they can create like one proposals, and for example, I don't know, create a DeFi protocol in COTI, and only the admins or the governor's roles from the treasury can accept and can approve these proposals. All right. So I'm gonna write actually the admins, and the admins should accept that proposal. And once it's accepted, they're gonna take the a treasury part just to pay the services for the developers, for the designers, for the branding, and all that stuff, just to create this protocol, right? So this is interesting because the community can access, obviously, the treasury through a different protocol or through an investment of the project or through many ways. And they can create a lot of proposals, and they can create projects, and also I don't know, real things, like not only for blockchain stuff. And that's how it works, actually, a DAO. And why all those four topics matters, because you can create a lot of things like MakerDAO, like Aave, like JamaSwap, and there's many DeFi protocols that you can find out. Also, if you go to that radar, this is a cool website that you can find all the different protocols that you want to inspire, or you can use it. So we have, for example, Lido is a good one. We have many protocols that you can use, right? So let's start with making a smart contracts example about this. So I'm gonna take the boilerplate I already shared you guys in the last live streams. If you have not access, you can just look for as COTI boilerplate smart contracts in Google, and you can get this repository in COTI, and you can just clone this repository that is appears on COTI contract examples, and has already a setup in Hardhat, that is a framework to create smart contracts in code. And that's it. Once you clone it, you will have access. I will open up my ID. I want to use Kiro, of course, and I will create an spec that I want to create a DeFi protocol, okay, that you can borrow, and you can borrow to any users. So let's just start with the little architecture of this. So we have, let's say we have Alice right here, that is a user. And Alice goes to the platform, to my DeFi protocol tab, and she sees that there is another user. I will call it Bob, and Bob wants to receive some COTI cryptocurrencies, right? So he has only a balance of capybara tokens. I will say that he has 100 capybara tokens, but 0 COTI. So he wants to receive some COTI once he deposits the capybara tokens, and Alice will receive those 100 capybara tokens, and she will send I don't know, 10 COTI cryptocurrency tokens. So that's how DeFi protocol DApp works in terms of borrows between two users. But obviously we can create it more sophisticated and more complex than this. But this is basically how it works, right? Also, we want to create a DeFi protocol and the other topics into our smart contracts. So I will start to ask and to create my spec to Kiro, and I will say create a DeFi protocol using MPC. Is MPC core or MCP? I don't remember. Let me go to COTI.
It's either multi-party computing or it's model context protocol. MCP or MPC.
I think the second one. Yeah. Let me check into the library of COTI. Yeah. Is into contracts, utils. MPC, you're right. MPC core. So I will ask to Kiro, create a DeFi protocol to let borrow payments with COTI cryptocurrency. Well, first of all, obviously I need one token, and we have also COTI cryptocurrency native in our COTI testnet blockchain. But I wanna first create a private. Actually, I'm gonna do in the quick way. I will go to docs.coti.io and I will ask to the AI of the document of COTI to create me a private ERC20 smart contract. So I want to say create a private ERC20 token with a mint function. There we go. Cool. Okay, so this is cool, but we have a problem here that we do not want to create a private type as a parameter into our mint function. So I will ask to the AI, please, or actually avoid use private types, and I will say that is DGT Wind64 and use only Wind64. That is public, the public one. Okay.
So no please anymore.
Yeah, no, please anymore. Okay.
Yeah, politeness does nothing for them.
Yeah.
It can only confuse them more.
And also, it spends a lot of water. Did you see that like the ChatGPT AI spends water when you're trying to use more words into your prompt? I don't know. That definitely was not. I think that was not.
That's
real.
what Sam Altman says. If you use please, thank yous, based
Yeah.
tokens.
Yeah, exactly. You spend tokens.
I think that's the advice, to keep them friendly until they take over. That was the whole idea. Like,
Yeah.
that you're one of the good ones.
Yeah. No, yeah, but exactly. You spend more tokens if you say those words.
This is a joke, by the way.
Yeah, obviously.
This is
Be polite with AI, please. So I gonna be polite for you, Robert. So you're grand boy.
For the viewers.
A few more words. Is a free plan actually, so we actually don't care if we spare more tokens, but actually it's wrong because did not fix our prompt, so my bad. I wrote a bad prompt, so I will say please use as parameter Win64 instead of GT Win64. Let's see if it works. If not, we're gonna do manually.
It has trouble with, so not specifically this one, but there are LLMs which have trouble with sarcasm. I was annoyed by its answers from, I think it was Gemini, and I used sarcasm and it couldn't.
To be fair,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
So,
if you try to use sarcasm anywhere else on the internet as well to humans, it's but most people don't pick
Yeah,
up. It's just a word thing.
fair enough.
Yeah. Well, I think we have not, so we're gonna do manually. We have our capybara token right here, and I wanna create a new smart contract right here. I'm gonna say that as capi.sol. I will paste my base smart contract, and I will call it with the name capybara. Capybara, and with as a symbol only C. Cool. So the owner will be myself, of course. And we have the main function, but let's see if I can use this with only uint64, and I just need to define the uint or actually the GTU64 from npc curve.set public 64 equals to what was that? Let me go deeper here. npc curve npc set public with npc curve. Okay, cool. It's actually this private value. That's it. What I am doing here? Well, actually, what I'm doing here is, hey, I don't want to set private types. I only want to set public types. That means the parameter of the account. That means address that will receive the tokens. And the second parameter is basically the volume. That means the amount of tokens through mint. Okay, and what I'm doing here is just translating, let's say, translate public to private variable. Cool. And there we go. So once we have our ERC20 token, we create, obviously we're gonna create our spec. So create a DeFi protocol. Create a DeFi protocol with the token. Sorry, I forget the name of the contract because I want to select this contract. Capi.sol. Okay. Yeah.
Copy.
Exactly. Capi.sol and COTI native cryptocurrency. And in Solidity, obviously, because that is the definition as of any native currency of the blockchain you are trying to deploy. And let users borrow COTI and copy. There we go. So of course the my ID will define the first three documents: product, struct, and tech. That is just like a definition of my architecture, of my tech stack, of this project and this boilerplate, and also some definitions in terms of the commands when you're trying to run a command. That if you want to test, if you want to deploy, if you want to compile, all of that stuff, right? So we see the requirements right here. We is working with the design. So let's wait. Okay, I will approve. So okay, checking this introduction is gonna use coordinated currency and also copy tokens. Okay, cool. The protocol will implement a collateralized lending system where users can deposit assets as collateral and borrow against them. obviously using multi-party competition. So, okay, we're just gonna wait. We're by coding right now. And what we can expect, well, actually, we will receive as the output those smart contracts. But obviously, this is only the backend, right? So obviously, we want to see a new UI, but we don't have much time to create a UI. But you can take some examples from the other protocols. We can explore more about it. Curve is another protocol for. Oops, I wanna go to this protocol site just to show you how it looks like. Cool.
Show which is the legit one.
Yeah. So, any recommendation, guys, about your favorite DeFi protocol that you want to search it just to take inspiration in terms of UI?
I don't have any favorite DeFi protocol, unfortunately.
Bro. All right. All right. You, Robert.
I will refrain from shilling my own.
Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna select my favorite one. Actually, Onisame is my favorite one just because it's really easy. Has not a lot of complex stuff like Curve and the other protocols. But there is a lot of user actually because if you see the total volume, what is it? The total value locked, that is the TVL. There is a lot of well, actually, what is TVL? I just explain. TVL is the total value locked. That means that is the total value locked in the treasury. Okay, so that value you, as I explained, can use for a DAO, can use for a DeFi protocol, can use it for a liquidity pool and a lot of stuff, right? But we can actually create a new pool. We can see a dashboard, and it's actually the same with the other different protocols.
Can you quickly explain what is total volume lock (TVL)?
Yeah, well, the total value locked is the amount of tokens locked into the treasury, right? So we have our community. I want to explain that our community purchase some tokens that you created for your project. I will say capybara token. So they purchased the token. We COTI as a payment, using COTI as a payment. And actually the COTI that you receive as a payment for your project token, you will lock to the treasury. So that amount is actually total value locked that will be locked in that treasury. Even the admin will use that amount for DeFi protocols, for DAO, for liquidity pools, and a lot of stuff. Yeah. That makes sense? Or not?
Yeah, and it's locked means that you also usually you lock it for a certain time and you get a reward for that for locking it up, as in a little bit of tokens over time, for instance. Also, these days sometimes
it's not available
total
for
value
public,
staked.
is it?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kit.
Does that mean it's not available for public, is it?
Yes, it's you can see it on
Okay,
chain.
because
It's
it was
there,
locked.
but it's locked temporarily. So it's unlocked over a certain period of time, back into your hands, let's say. Or
And also will depend on the treasury. How many would what fraction would it will be locked, right? Like it does. Like they don't have a specific number of locked token, right?
Yeah. Like, yeah, go ahead, Robert. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, depending on which protocol, you can lock it, whatever they allow.
Okay.
Like 1 day, 30 days, a year.
Ah.
In one project, I got tokens locked up for 2 years. If you do that, you get the best yield. That's what they offer. But there's also the option in 2 years that the tokens are worthless because the project doesn't exist anymore. I mean, that's the risk you take.
Okay, got it.
I'd imagine this high amount of total value locked in the treasury also would look good as well, right? Would it prevent pump and dumps?
Kind of. It's up.
It
It's
does.
up to, of the project.
Yeah, it kind of means if you lock it that you cannot sell it at that moment, so it's out of circulation. So the chance of if 50% is in circulation, it means that 50% is not available on the market to sell directly. So you have a little bit more security that the price will not drop of that portion being sold. Of course, it's still a
Yeah,
market. It's irrational.
yeah. It depends a lot of the market and also for the project. So if we go on deep about this, uh, if it's a new project with a new token, obviously it depends on the tokenomics of the project, and if the tokenomics says that the total value locked will be locked those tokens and will has a partial distribution with the users and with a partial spend of that amount with other projects or with other features or with other payments they need to do as a project, they will do. And also into the tokenomics, we can talk about that total value locked. You can, as a user, as an investment or as the project, they can stake that COTI in another different protocol that is only for stake COTI, and they will receive as a payment, for example, I don't know, maybe on a stablecoin or something. GCD. So it depends a lot of the project and also of the market and also of the tokenomics and also of the distribution they want to do a lot of stuff. So I will show you how a total value looked. Total value locked looks. Actually, we can find it in CoinMarketCap or in that rather. Yeah. For example, in Curve exists. Look at this. If we go to this dashboard, we're gonna find out like total value locked definition right here. We can see that, for example, Lido has a $42 billion locked. Aave has 38 billions of dollars locked, and we have more protocols right here. As you see, there is a lot of money right here locked in a total volume locked. And also we have the coin market cap and more definitions that we can go define later. So I'm gonna go back to my DE. And okay, I will start with the task. We have some tasks right here, some tasks. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna start to execute the first one. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We're gonna create a lending protocol first smart contract, but obviously we need an interface just to define the events and the functions. So let's check it step by step. We have some events that are emitted when we execute a function, and we have the first function we care, that is deposit the collateral. So we're gonna okay. So as a programmer accepts the address of the asset, that this is better because we are not defining that we're gonna accept only one address, that is the capybara token, but we can accept any kind of private ERC20 tokens that we can deploy in the COTI blockchain, right? And also the amount. That's cool because we can accept more tokens. We can withdraw the collateral, we can borrow, we can repay, we can liquidate, we can get user position, we can hold factor. Okay, cool, that's cool. We can also, if a position has been liquidable. Okay. Actually, this is a good one. All right. So in the meantime, is executing that task. We can explore more about the different protocols. that as I said, exists a lot of kind of protocols, and I want to show you the stake one, stake DeFi protocol, just to show you how it works. Okay, Lido is actually accepting liquidity staking. So basically, in staking, let's define how staking works. So in the staking, you deposit. Let's say that Alice deposits 100 COTI in an staking smart contract. Staking smart contract, and once he's into this smart contract that has the balance of 100 COTI, has a function. I don't know, maybe a function to probably that staking smart contract can mint, or you can redeem, or you can claim. But anyway, you can define the actually exists a lot of staking smart contracts that has a lot of functionality and the logic. But with this logic, in terms of the time, let's say, hey, if you deposit 100 COTI and you do not redeem those tokens in 7 days, you will receive 1 million of capybara tokens. So basically, it's like, hey, you deposit your 100 COTI for 7 days, and I will mint for you a 1 million copy to your address. If you approach these days, all right? So, and also once this has been deployed or redeemed by you or claimed by you, you can also claim back your COTI tokens that has been deposited into this staking smart contract. So that's how it works on the staking protocol. You can explore more with Lido protocol example. All right. Also, we have the definition of APR. Also, of course, the ROI, the return of investment. And as you can see, there is a lot of protocols that you can explore and you can take and you can clone, or you can get inspiration to create your own private default protocol. All right, so that's the thing we are doing right here. So okay, it's a more complex. This is more contracts because Keto knows how to do this, and we are split. We have some tasks that can create a big protocol, but it's okay. I mean,
But it'll cut it up into separate tasks, right, to make sure you can keep track
yeah,
of each of its functions.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, as you can see, wow, this is really cool. We have some constants that we're gonna obviously use in the future main smart contracts that use what kind of your position will be, and how many tokens you want to receive in a liquidity pool, and also, I mean, uh, this is how it works. This is how a big smart contract looks with many interfaces, with many other smart contracts that will retrieve the information of the constant of the errors or the events that you want to manage into your smart contract. And this is really important because when you create the UI and you are interacting with those smart contracts, you want to receive any information like the notification when the users can claim these tokens, their tokens, and also when you liquidate a position in a liquidity pool, and or actually when a community proposal has been dropped, and when community proposal has been approved, and a lot of that notifications. I recommend to do that to a smart contract instead of an API. That's why Kiro creates a lot of smart contracts right here, so we can have on-chain information for our protocol. Okay, so that's really important. what else? Let's explore a little bit more of our protocols in that radar. I'm gonna write here. Okay. So, okay, see, if you want to know more about this, about more DeFi information, I highly recommend Uniswap docs because they explain um, all the terms and definitions of into the different protocols. So they have also their own definitions like routers and uh, also the providers on chain of information that they use Chainlink, for example. So if we go to Chainlink, uh, this is for only to receive on chain the information from the external from the from off-chain information. Okay, what is the matter with this? So if we want to create our own stablecoin, okay, we need the information of that price of the USD to set to our token, right? But where do we get that price? So that's how Chainlink works, and Chainlink provides you on-chain information to my smart contract, to my DeFi smart contract, and Chainlink. I will make a request to Chainlink smart contracts just to receive. Hey, I want the price. Get the price of USD, and Chainlink will send me the price on chain. This is important because if you know a little bit of Solidity, you know that it's not like a TypeScript or like any other language that you can request to an API to receive information, right? So that's how Chainlink works, just to make easy your life, literally, because Chainlink, once you request the information, Chainlink will ask to the external providers. Like, I don't know, probably CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, or probably Binance or OKX or whatever, any other exchange or any other price providers. And once Chainlink receive that information, they will send us on chain the price. I don't know, probably this one. Okay, so if you go to Chainlink documentation, they actually accept a bunch of blockchains. I don't know if they accept COTI, but we can create our own chain link, obviously, for COTI. Or if you don't want to, you can create your own smart contract to request some information from any other, I don't know, API or an external API from the other provider. And that's how it works, right? So I'm going to show you the solution. What is that? Right here, stable coins. No, it's right here, data feeds. Oops, it's not this one. So we had two types of request that price. We're interested in data feeds. So with data feeds is, as I said, you request to Chainlink the price of a token you want to do. You want to get the price, and with that price, obviously you can manage your logic as you want. Like, hey, my 100 one capybara, I want to set the price as the one USD. Okay, so this is really important to set once you create a DeFi protocol, because maybe your token has not price and has not value in the market, but you want to set a price in terms of a stablecoin. So you can manage the logic into a function and into your smart contract to get a comparison of the real-time USD price for your tokens. So I think I have actually an article about that. I will share it to you later into the description of the live stream. But that's how it works. And also we can ask to Kira to set it. But I think we don't have a provider. Is it, Robert? Or do we have a provider yet for these prices?
An
Or
oracle
not?
for
Yeah, exactly like an oracle for prices.
I actually, in regard to COTI, I don't know. Let me check. Well,
I
you can.
think
It should be right here. Right?
I remember a protocol in
They
COTI.
should both.
Yeah, I remember I one, but I don't. I don't remember it. Anyway, you can search in the COTI partners we have.
Searching.
But I'm sure we have one. We have one. Yeah. No. Okay, but you can do that with private smart contracts, and also if you not, you can be our provider, of course, and you can provide the information as Chainlink does to COTI blockchain, of course. So this is actually the simple draw that how that logic works. This is really important. And that's it. Okay, we're gonna go back to Kira. We'll go execute the other task. Oh, look at this. This is important. The second task is actually implement a price oracle. So that smart contract will index the real-time price of I don't know, USD dollars or any other token, or actually COTI token probably. So okay, I will trust it. I will run the command. So actually, the second task says that create a price oracle contract with price feed management. That's literally the topic I already explained you, and implement price setting and retrieval functions with stainless checks at price validation upon check-in. Really good. We are actually not interested in test right now. And after it, we can create an interest rate model, of course, because in finance, in DeFi, as in finance, you can add, like for example, for staking or total value locked, you can add interest that will boost, or actually can boost or can add more tokens that you want to receive into the output, or that can pay you that interest in DeFi protocol action or whatever. For example, into the treasury of a project, or like in a lending protocol or a liquidity pool. That's it. And also, I was forgetting about tokenized fund. So
if you're, by the way, for price oracle and COTI, band protocol as integrated code.
band protocol.
Band protocol. With an A, band.
Oh, got it. Yeah, exactly. Band protocol. Indeed. It is one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's explore about this, huh? Yeah, we're here. Okay, cool. And I would select the data feed prices just to receive the on-chain prices into the COTI blockchain, right? So that's it. You can explore more about this documentation and set your price data feed smart contract to receive real-time processing for your project. That's it. That's how you can do that. Is actually like literally like Chainlink or like Oracle or like any other projects that send you real-time price. And that's it. How it works. Okay, I'm gonna push these changes just to let you copy and let you get inspiration about our task, requirements, and design. So you can create your own lending protocol, or you can define your own DeFi protocol. And sorry, I was up in my cursor. And if you want to receive more inspiration, remember that those decentralized projects has their smart contract as public. All right, so you can take a look of the smart contract, and for example, Uniswap, you can see their smart contracts, how it works, what is the logic behind it, and you can create your own protocol, like just checking how it works or what is the logic behind it. And also the documentation. I really, as I said, I recommend to check the Uniswap docs because they explain very well how the swap and liquidity pool works. That is the basic, just to go into DeFi topic. And also exists like a trading at decentralized exchange that is DEX. All right. I think is JamaSwap. If I don't, if I'm not wrong, here you can. No, it's not right. It's not this one. Well, exists a protocol that you can make like literally trade on chain. That is really cool. Um, because the thing with blockchain is that when you interact with the smart contract, take a lot of time to execute a function. So it's like, hey, I want to buy like COTI right now because it's going to the moon, but my decks take a lot of time to execute that function, like 1-2 minutes. So it's so bad. So, but exists like some protocols that do that in real time and so quickly. Those executions. So I recommend you just explore it, and also I recommend you go to that radar, just explain. I'm sorry, just explore more about DeFi protocols, and also this has not only for DeFi, also for real world assets, and that's it. That's how the market working, and that's it. I don't know if you want to add something, guys, about DeFi, about the protocols, our smart contract.
Yeah, it's. I think the one of the things which one of the promises of DeFi protocols are, of course, the banking the unbanked. So the idea is with private business loans, you can also do microfinancing and microcredits easily. And because it's all mathematically locked, there's less of a trust issue. Also, if it's over collateralized, so if something goes wrong, you're compensated, or the user is slashed in terms of reputation or staking. So there's, it adds another opportunity for those who need funds or those who have funds to distribute it. So or to earn on it.
Opening other topic, the last topic this right here is the tokenization of funds in DeFi. So if you saw the last live stream about real world assets, you know that we can tokenize anything in real world or in the blockchain or in a virtual digital asset or whatever you want to do. We have also tokenized funds, and we can also tokenize stocks, and we can tokenize any kind of this. So let's say I want to tokenize a position, but what's the matter with this and how it works and why would you do that? Well, when we have, like, for example, credit, we want to give a credit to a user, a microcredit, as Robert said. We want to tokenize that as probably as token ERC-721, and you can start to combine real world assets and different protocols. Actually, I think already exists a real world assets about this, but with real stocks in from a company. So you can clone it, or you can take inspiration about that, just to create your own definition. Sorry, your own DeFi protocol with tokenization, right? That's a really cool and a curious, interesting idea. And I mean, it depends. When you're working with DeFi protocols, it depends a lot of. It's up to to you, and also it's up to the tokenization you are creating, and also the market, and also the community, and also what kind of different protocol you're working on, and it depends a lot of factors, just to define what kind of functionality you want to add. So I said there are the basics that you can find in the brother, and that's it. That's how it works. As I said, I recommend just to check Uniswap docs just to get the basics of DeFi. And there we go. We're gonna we're gonna have a live stream tomorrow. You want to talk a little bit about this, Robert? About the tomorrow's live stream?
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow we'll be back, of course. With Henry will be there, Kit will be there, Calvin will be there, I'll be there.
Cool.
Others are welcome to join. We'll have Suran joining from the COTI ambassadors. And we're going to talk about agents and AI. So agents, we've been talking a lot about how to create your own contract, how to create your own applications using vibe coding tools, LLMs. But we're going to talk about, okay, what can you do with AI in terms of automation to not only save time when building stuff, but also save time by automating stuff. So we're going to start with Eliza OS and take it from there. And it's going to be another hopefully inspiring session.
Perfect. Sounds great. So I'll be with you guys just as a spectator, as a user. So thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions, just remember you have the chat opened, just to let any solve things. And also we have our Discord channel and our Telegram channel and our Twitter or X account, so you can ask anything you want. Thank you so much, and stay COTI.
Stay
COTI.